In Dishonored, you play Corvo, the mysterious bodyguard to the Empress of Dunwall. Travelling back to Dunwall after failing to find a cure for a local plague, the boatman notes how unusual it is to send the bodyguard of the Empress away for 2 months. He also accuses you of treason if you jump on his head, so everyone's a bit on edge. You meet with the clearly evil spy master and hand the Empress a letter explaining that the other cities don't know about the plague, but now that they do, they're going to shut their borders. The Empress, somehow not anticipating this could happen, becomes distraught and drops the letter. She doesn't have to be upset for too long though, because she is immediately executed for the crime of littering and has her daughter Emily taken away by Child Protective Services. Guards teleport in and the clearly evil spy master frames you for her murder, so you go to prison and endure some torture until you get the key to your cell. You now have to break free, but because we're going for the good ending, we can't kill anyone or be spotted too often. We wouldn't want to be evil and kill the people who are guarding the clearly evil people, because they're just following orders after all. So we sneakily knock out the guards, sneakily break into a safe, sneakily plant and explode a bomb, and sneakily dive into the sea in front of multiple onlookers to sneak through the sewers. Escaping from the sewers, you call Samuel an old man and join up with the very innocent and trustworthy Loyalists to help put Emily on the throne by eliminating the Lord Regent and his supporters, because that's the good thing to do. After all, the city is in a state of disarray from a plague that the Empress couldn't solve, and thus the obvious thing to do is cause more chaos by working to put her daughter on the throne by removing the people in power through mysterious means. To be fair, those people got those positions through corruption and right of conquest, unlike the literal child you are trying to put on the throne so that she may be sole ruler just because her mother was empress, a democratically elected empress I'm sure. You are a good person. You go to bed in your fancy loft bedroom and wake up to find it's not so fancy anymore, having been partially melded with the void during the night. While you're there, you make a deal with the devil to gain supernatural powers. He also gives you the heart of the dead empress that helps you gain dark magic power from carved bones and also whispers people's innermost thoughts to you. So you carry it around with you from now on, like a good person would. Heart in hand, you sneak your way into the city to eliminate the High Overseer Thaddeus Campbell, but we can't kill him and be a good person, so we're going to do this the non-lethal way. What you do is knock him out and brand him with a mark that's so painful to receive it temporarily breaks him out of unconsciousness to scream in pain. This brands him as an outcast that will be thrown into the streets and treated worse than old man Samuel. Later on, you can find him having been turned into a weeper. Weepers are plague-ridden shells of people. On your way out of the mission area, you can see a guard beg one of his friends to kill him, since it's clear he has the plague and considers turning into a weeper a fate worse than death. A fate you just inflicted on someone rather than killing them. But it's okay, since in the good ending, a cure for the plague is found, and weepers can be cured. You are a good person. You sneak your way back into the city to eliminate the aristocratic Pendleton twins. But there's a non-lethal way to do this. Instead, you can arrange for them to be kidnapped by this cheeky chappie who will have their tongues cut out and forced to work to death in their own minds. These are not good people, so I don't feel sorry for them, but also the game treats this as the non-lethal aka good thing to do. So you do it because you are a good person? After that, you sneak into a neighbourhood to kidnap Sokolov, a prominent scientist who's keeping a woman in a cage, and who can give you information on who the mistress to the Lord Regent is. The morally correct way to get this information from him is to give him expensive alcohol, rather than sticking rats on him. Torture has never been proven to be an effective means of gaining information, yet giving gifts to the woman cager doesn't seem morally good. But you give him the alcohol because you're a good person. You got the alcohol from Piero, who was perving on a bathing woman. You don't tell anyone this, like a good person would. You find out that the mistress is the noble Lady Boyle, so you sneak into a masked ball to eliminate her. You sign the guest book because it would be impolite not to, and instead of killing her, you politely arrange for her to be kidnapped by her stalker, who makes it clear he never intends for her to be seen again. Which is good, because otherwise she might get in the way of your mission of putting a prepubescent political pinhead in power. You are such a good person. Having removed the Lord Regent's supporters and booty call, you sneak into his lair to eliminate him. Oh, by the way, the clearly evil spy master is now the clearly evil Lord Regent. You can find a broadcast station and play an audiograph of him admitting to his betrayal and being the person who brought the plague to Dunwall, which gets him arrested. This is unironically a good way to non-lethally eliminate this character. It's a good thing you chose to bring legal rather than lethal justice to the only unquestionably evil character in the story, who you found out is the one who started the plague. You are a good person. Turns out the loyalists are not loyal and poison you to put themselves into positions of power. Oh my god, who could have seen this coming? Obviously you can't let this happen, since everyone knows that the collaboration of experienced politicians can only serve to fracture the population, and what we really need is a literal child being advised by a shadowy assassin who made a deal with the devil for supernatural powers. Also, this now means you've been assisting the kinds of power-hungry people who would betray others to reach positions of power that you've so far been working to eliminate. Are you a good person? Thankfully, you were only half poisoned, since Old Man Samuel decided you weren't so bad despite the fact he'd really prefer you didn't call him Old Man. The Old Man puts you on a boat heading down a random river and assumes you can take care of the rest. You're kidnapped by Dowd, the man who murdered the Empress. His elite assassin minions put you in a pit with a bunch of loose bricks and a flimsy wooden roof. You decide to let Dowd live, since murdering a murderer keeps the number of murderers in the world the same. I mean, he's still likely to go on to murder more, so there'll be more overall murders happening. But hey, you stole his pouch without him noticing to get an achievement. You are a good person. You return to the Loyalist hideout to find that Sokolov and the Pervert have worked together to create an arc pylon capable of knocking out all the guards, as well as solving future security issues. These two scientists also worked together later to solve the plague. This scientific collaboration didn't happen under the Empress and had to occur through your actions, but I'm sure her daughter will do a better job. Knocking out all the guards means that the Old Man is free to pick you up and take you to where Emily is being kept. You infiltrate a lighthouse to confront the betrayalists, but in the most shocking twist of all, it turns out one of the betrayalists has poisoned the other two, and is monologuing about how everything went so wrong despite their flawless plan based on layers of betrayal. He refuses to fight you, so you sneakily knock him out and finally rescue Emily. You get to see the good ending, as the final cutscene shows how your actions have led to a peaceful world with no corruption and no more plague, because you advised Emily along the way. It's almost as if she wasn't fit to rule, and having actual adults make the decisions would have been better. But you didn't kill anyone, and you now effectively have all the power of the crown without having to wear it. Congratulations, you are a good person. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, which is unfortunate since it's likely to crush Emily's empty skull.